Here's a question. Was it a luxury car, a muscle car, or just a sporty car? Hi, it's Bud Wilkinson. Today it's a story on a 1970 Pontiac Grand Prix.
I've always loved Grand Prix since I was a kid. One of my older brothers had one when I was a freshman in high school, and I just fell in love with them then. And I've had a few over the years.
Depending how one does the counting, Randy LaPointe of Oakville, Connecticut has either owned 4 or 5 Grand Prix over the past 49 years. His current one is a red 1970 with a black vinyl top. LaPointe got his first one in May 1976, a month before he graduated from high school. It was bright yellow with a black vinyl top. Unfortunately, within 4 months, it got totaled.
Actually, I wasn't driving it. It was sitting in front of my parents' house. I had to park in the street. There was no room in the yard. And a guy came down, cleaned out 4 cars, hit mine last and worst, and caved the whole back end in and pushed it up onto my neighbor's front porch. And that was the end of that.
That first Grand Prix was followed in the mid-1980s by a maroon 1973 Grand Prix, which lasted a couple of years. And in 2000, by a black 1970 Grand Prix. In 2007, he acquired the red 1970 Grand Prix, giving him 2 at the same time.
You know, I always liked the larger cars, but I like the muscle car aspect of it. You know, some of the big 4-door caddies and whatnot, they're a little on the stuffy side. This is still a muscle car, and it's got all the luxury, the room. I'm a little bit bigger of a guy, and I fit in it really good.
Pontiac built the Grand Prix for 46 model years, from 1962 through 2008. The 1970 is an example of the third-generation Grand Prix, remembered for its prominent nose and grille and for its long hood, which in LaPointe's car covers a 400 cubic inch V8 engine. What made the red one stand out was an interior option, a bench seat, rather than the standard equipment bucket seats. Without a console, the shifter for the automatic transmission is on the steering column.
I was surprised because I know the cars really well. I know a lot about them. I do a lot of studying. I'm kind of a geek like that. I had never personally seen another bench seat of that year. The later ones, 73 and up, I've seen a couple. But I've never seen a 70 with a bench. And I'm trying to find out from like the Pontiac Historical Society and whatnot. They don't really have any numbers. They say about 10%. They made 65,000 cars, so that would put it at about 100. So, which sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. But they're exceedingly rare.
Nonetheless, he bought it on the spot from a seller in Thomaston.
This is all original. It's never been painted, never been, nothing's ever been done to it. There's wheels on it now. It came with hubcaps and regular rims. But it's original paint, original everything. It had probably about 48,000 when I bought it, and it has 51 now. And the majority of them I put on the last couple of years. I'm kind of a semi-retired electrician. I don't work as much as I used to, so I drive it more.
Why only 3,000 miles in 18 years? Mostly because it's only driven to car shows.
There's a couple summers I didn't even take the car out. You know, I just started it, ran it. I was very, very busy. I worked a lot of hours. I was on call. I was just busy. And now, you know, I slowed down a lot. I wouldn't say I'm retired, but I'm on the way, and I have more time. So I want to drive it more. I know now that was a mistake not driving it.
And when he does drive it, he does enjoy it and says it runs like a dream.
Knock on wood, haven't had any problems with it. Put a battery in it occasionally because I store it a lot. Runs great. Just a dream, just like I remember, just like I thought they would be. They're fast. You might not win any drag races because they're so heavy, but it's a quick car. It moves. I could lay down rubber if I want.
If you've been counting, you know that 4 Grand Prix have been shown. What about that 5th one mentioned at the outset? Well, LaPointe doesn't count it as he bought it, never registered it, and quickly flipped it for a tidy profit. That's my ride. In Watertown, Connecticut for CT Insider, I'm Bud Wilkinson.